It's Jack from B&T MacFarlane, and today we're going to talk about the used tractor market, so let's get into it. Previously, if you were shopping around for a used tractor, you could potentially find some serious deals shopping around. This is pre-supply chain issues. You could potentially get a used tractor that was a couple years old for a 20 or even 30% discount off of a brand new one. And for a lot of people, this was worth the risk of buying a used tractor. You could buy a tractor with 200-300 hours with limited warranty left or no warranty left and potentially have a really good tractor for many years to come. So this is a really good solution for a lot of people before the supply chain issues. And as you all know, the used market in pretty much every market in the world went completely crazy during the pandemic. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today, what happened there and where we're going and where we're at currently with the used market. The prices of the used equipment really started to skyrocket when the supply of the new stuff became really limited. It wasn't uncommon last year or the year before, right at the start of the pandemic and right in the middle of all the supply chain issues, that customers would have to wait months and months and potentially even a year to get their brand new tractor. So this made a lot of people turn to the used market to satisfy their needs immediately. And again, this drove up the price of the used equipment. It's just simple supply and demand. There was very little supply of the new stuff, so we couldn't get that. And again, there was a limited supply of the used stuff as well, so people could charge a premium for other people to get the tractors immediately. So a lot of people, they were kind of foregoing the risks of getting a used tractor with limited, no warranty, unknown owner history and all that, and paying a premium for these tractors to get their projects done as soon as possible. And this led the prices of the used equipment to become very comparable to the price of a new piece of machinery. But this wasn't too bad because what Kubota was offering at the time was 0% financing for 72 months on brand new equipment. And at that point, the interest rates in Canada, they were extremely low. The Bank of Canada had the interest rate set at 0.25%. So you could pretty much finance this equipment for very little as well. So you might be saving about $5,000 off of a brand new machine, and then you get to finance it at a really low interest rate. So the benefits, again, almost outweighed the cost. You got your machine immediately, you're able to finance it at a really low interest rate, or if you paid cash for it, you still did get a really small cash discount. And then at least for tractors, we started getting a lot more inventory in stock. So this allowed customers to have the choice between going with a new piece of equipment or a used piece of equipment. So right now at this dealership, we actually have quite a bit of new inventory in terms of tractors. Construction equipment like skid steers and excavators here, that's still a little bit of a soft spot right now for inventory, and hopefully it clears up next year. But in terms of tractors, the customers would have the choice between going with a new tractor and a used tractor. And kind of as it stands now, a lot of the used tractors are still at the inflated prices that we saw during the supply chain issues. But the new prices, they're very close. They're in stock, and you get true 0% financing now through Kubota. So you're able to finance a piece of equipment for 0% for 72 months. But now if you try and finance a used piece of equipment, the interest rates through Kubota are between 7 and 9%. So no longer we have extremely low interest rates on the used equipment that almost justify financing a piece of used equipment versus a piece of new equipment. So right now we're seeing a lot of people lean towards the new option and going with that new tractor. It's not a whole lot more money per month once you factor in the interest rates, and you get the peace of mind of a full factory warranty, and you get a brand new shiny tractor. In terms of where we're headed in the next 6 to 12 months in the used equipment market, I don't think we're ever going to get back to the pre-pandemic, pre-supply chain levels where you're going to find really good deals on used equipment that's going to be a 30 or 40% margin off of a brand new piece of equipment. But I wouldn't be surprised if the prices came down about 10 to 20% to kind of have a nice wiggle room between the price of a brand new one and the price of a used one to justify the higher interest rates that will be charged on the used piece of equipment. And it has to do with supply chain issues that are still going on. With construction equipment, I wouldn't be surprised if this continued to stay high in the used market, because getting a new excavator, getting a new skid steer can still be extremely challenging, even 2 years after all the supply chain issues started. Getting a tractor, we actually have really good forecasts for the next year. We're gonna have really good stock on our BX models, B01 models, and a lot of the compact tractors that we sell at this dealership. So getting a brand new compact tractor next year might be a viable solution because you're still going to have the 0% for 72-month financing as of right now. Hopefully Kubota doesn't change that for next year, but I don't see them messing around with too many of those programs. And then that will continue to bring the price of the used compact tractors down just a little bit to justify going with a used one, overpaying premium for a used one that's almost the exact same price as a new one like we saw a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I think that pretty much wraps up today's videos. If you guys have any comments down below about the used tractor market, where you guys think it's headed, I'd love to know down below in the comments. And if you're enjoying the videos, remember to like and subscribe. And if you need help with parts, sales, or service, give us a call at 613-225-0555. Thank you.